The communities I work with are very unique in a sense where predominantly they're Hispanic, Spanish-speaking, monolingual Spanish communities. These families have limited resources and they have many barriers that they face, transportation being one of them, access to health care another one. It's important for me to be out in the communities to educate them and connect them with resources that they may need. Back in 1979, my mother and I came to the United States and we established ourselves in a lower income community. And then from there, we moved from house to house. At age 13, I ended up in the foster system. Once I was in the foster care system, I still moved around. And so growing up was very difficult. And I feel that what I have to give back to the community from my own experiences, this is why I'm here. I wasn't sure how to start it, but with the training, I was able to figure out the best way to tell my story. My background and why I choose to be in this field is because I have the compassion and understanding of the struggles that the families that we service. I was a child that only spoke Spanish. Once I learned English, I was that child that would have to miss school because I'd have to go and interpret for my mom. I understand the struggle of poverty. I understand the struggle of access to quality care or even just access to health care. The audience there reacted very well. I got a standing ovation. After speaking my story and people coming to me and thanking me for sharing my story and how my story has changed their way of thinking about the communities that we service, it was very fulfilling. I've been more of a very quiet person. I don't speak of myself too often, but sharing my story gave me a different type of feeling, more of an empowerment feeling to go out there and do what I do. I sometimes see myself as their voice when I'm out speaking. I feel more empowered to be a bigger advocate for those families that do not have a voice. I'm knowledgeable with my job. I know what needs to be done, but I think there was something holding me back before the storytelling training where I feel afterwards it's given me the ability to speak up. It gave me opportunities that otherwise I would not have had. I became a little more aware of other communities and other challenges, not just in the communities that I've been working with. The advice that I have for others that perhaps may be in my situation or want to be a change to their community or policymakers is not to hold back on their story. There is so much power within everybody's story, whatever story they may have, there's so much power in there that sometimes policymakers, people that are making the changes need to hear the intimacy of the stories so they can be influenced in making changes and not just look at facts. The most powerful moment since the training that I have had with storytelling has probably been when I presented in Ireland for the World Health Organization. I was very excited and it was a sense of belonging when I was at a conference where everyone there at that conference had the same interest. The end result of their goals is all the same, to continue to have community health workers, the frontline workers, to be out in the communities because we're the ones that have the first impact or the first contact with community members that we can help them and help organizations connect together so that there isn't a gap. Here in Arizona, our communities are small compared to other issues in the world, but to see that we're all in it together and we have the passion, that was very powerful to me.